Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 2, Chapter 9.3 Notes, Day 3. Today we are continuing our discussion about solving systems of linear equalities by graphing. Our learning target today is to be able to solve systems of inequalities by graphing. So, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be graphing the inequalities. So we're going to be doing a lot of shading today. You need to have a pencil. Okay, only a pencil. If you want to have some colored pencils, that'll work too, but no pen for this, and you're going to see why in a second. Okay, when we're graphing two of these at a time, it's very important to pay attention to all of the positives and negatives and what directions you're shading. Okay, since we're graphing two of these at a time, I'm going to be using two colors for each one, and just follow along. Okay, so for number one, we have y is less than or equal to 2/5 x minus y. Now, a couple things to notice right away, that this line is solid, and we have to shade below. Okay, now, quick reminder about, let's see, you shade below for less than or equal to. We shade above for greater than or equal to. Solid line and a dashed line. So 2/5 x minus 1. Guys, we're kind of assuming that you know how to graph by now. Okay? If you don't, you need to come in for help. Because we're following the slope, we go up 2 over 5. Up 2 over 5. Okay? And I'm going to go in both directions. And I'm going to draw my line. Now, I would shade everything above. Now, make sure you're using a pencil and doing it real light, okay? Because now here comes our other graph. This graph is also solid. Oh, we're supposed to shade below, and I shaded above, so whoops, get the blue. There we go. All right, so it's solid, and we have to shade below. So I'm starting at +7. I'm going up 2 over 1, but we have to go in the other direction. Okay, so let's put that there. Down 2 over 1. So now that we have our nice pretty line, I would shade everything below that. But I only want to know where they come together, where they both meet. And where they both meet is below the red and below the blue. So the only part that really matters is this part right here, okay? And then that's why we use pencil, and you can erase all that other part, because the only part that we want to see is that gray part that's colored in on mine, okay? All right, let's do another one. This is dashed, and it's going to be, we shade below. So at -1 we start. It's dashed, so I'm going to do an open circle, and we go down 1, down 2, over 1, down 2, over 1, down 2, over 1, in both directions, okay? Make your little dashed line. And then I would shade everything below that. Now our other line is also dashed, and we're going to shade below. I start at positive 4. We go up 3 over 1, up 3 over 1, and go in both directions. 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1. We can do the same thing, make a dashed line, and everything below. But see how the 2 points that come together? You've got this little triangle down here. That's the solution. Okay, that's where those graphs come together. So you can erase everything else. It's just that little portion where they meet. Okay? All right, number 3. Now, number 3, these aren't in y equals mx plus b. So we have to go through and solve. Why don't you guys go ahead and pause the video and try to solve them. Okay, and that's what you should have gotten. Now, why is my sign different right here? Because I divided by negative, so you gotta flip the sign. Okay, so this is going to be dashed, and we're going to shade below. So starting at negative 3, I'm open. I go up 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, over 3. Okay, I can't do another point going down or up, but I can going down. There we go. Make your dotted line. And we're going to shade everything below. Now, our next line, it is going to be solid. And once again, we shade below. So at positive 5, I'm going down 1, 1, 2, over 3. Down 1, 1, 2, 3. Down 1, 1, 2, 3. And we're going in both directions. So when we've got this, we've got our nice pretty line. That was not nice and pretty. Okay. And now I have to shade below that. And so the point where they come together is all right in there. Okay, and then you lightly erase your other marks. Okay, there you go. And I'll color mine in so it looks all nice and pretty. All right, number 4. Why don't you guys pause the video and just graph that first equation? Okay, see if you can get there, and then I'll fill you in with the rest of it. Okay, so you should have gotten y is less than or equal to negative 4x plus 5. It's a solid line, and we shade below. So there we go. It's nice and pretty. Now our other line is y is greater than or equal to negative 7. Now remember something. Let's go back to the top. A diagonal line, 2 variables. It's y equals mx plus b. Now, if you have a horizontal line, you have 1 variable, and that is a y equals a number. If it's a vertical line, you have one variable, and it's x equals. Okay, so since this is a y equals, this is going to be a horizontal line. It's solid, and we're going to shade above. So at -7 right here, you draw your line, and you shade everything that's above. Whoop, get back there. So the point that I'm going to shade, though, is right in here, because it's got to be less than the one graph, but greater than the other. Okay, and that's where those two graphs come together. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and flip it over. For number 5, it's the same thing. The y is not by itself, so we have to subtract the x to both sides. We get -8y less than or equal to negative. Remember, that's a 1 right there, so you don't forget. I'm going to divide by a -8. 1/8 x minus 5. I divided by a negative, so you have to flip the sign. All right, so it's solid. We shade above. So -5 is right here. It's solid. So we go up 1 over 8, down 1 over 8. Draw your line, and we shade above. Now our other line is x is less than 8. Okay, it's a vertical line. It's solid. And let's go ahead and draw this now. So at 8, there's 8. I'm going to draw my solid vertical line. I'm either going to shade to the right or to the left. Okay, and so since this is less than, we shade to the left. That's the only one where it's different. And watch what happens when I start shading. See how we're getting that different color right there? The green portion is what my answer is. Okay, so I'm going to come back and I'm just going to shade up here. Okay, if you're working with pencil, you can erase everything else, but that's your answer. Okay, now number 7, I believe it is. Number 6, you guys are all on your own. Okay, pause the video. You're going to have to solve for both of them. All right, and then you'll come back and you'll see what the answer is. So, good luck. So just in case you're curious, if you got the equations right, those are the inequalities, right? Those are the 2 inequalities. Next is to graph. So pause it again and graph it out. See what you get. And pause the video. Okay, and that's the final answer. Now, if you guys have any questions on this, still having trouble with graphing, please come see Ms. Carranza or myself because we'd love to help you out. Otherwise, that's it for Algebra 2, Chapter 9.3 Notes, Day 3. Thanks for watching.